Cyborg USA, Cyborg USA. They got the skills to pay the bills and help the president along the way. Cyborg USA, Cyborg USA. They got street smarts and lots of hearts, and they made it robotic ways. They all died in a train crash, and their bodies were torn apart. Resurrected by Haunted Rick. Now they got a brand new start. Yeah, Cyborg USA. Cyborg USA. They got the skills to pay the bills. They do our will, designed to kill, and they made it good. USA, USA, USA.
The Cyborg USA theme song means you're ready to blast off on the Splendopia Hour live. Put down that clicker and no flipping, because for the next 60 minutes, there's only one place you need to be, and that's parked right in front of your screen with your peepers watching this program, the Splendopia Hour live, the hottest showcase of independent comic book projects, period. Me, I'm just living my best life. I'm Anton Belvedere, but let's bring in the host of our show, a guy whose full-time job is hunting down for you the very best in independent comic book projects, and that's not just because he's unemployed. Here he is. It's Robert C. Casey. Bring him out. There he is.
Everybody. Hey, everybody.
There he is.
Hey, everybody.
We're running a little bit late, Rob. We're
Hey,
getting
everyone.
called out by it.
Well, here's what happened. Last night, I went on a stream with our guests today, Carla and John.
John Gallagher and Carla Tornielli, the husband and wife duo behind the Grim Reaper 2.
That's right. And the Grim Reaper 1 as well.
That would make sense.
And it was a crazy night. We had a wild night with Lola and the Red Gaze and Vinny Tartamella.
Oh, wow.
And I took off my shirt.
What?
Yeah.
Always running a professional job, Rob. You're always the consummate pro. That's what we like about you.
I was late to their show last night, and they're running a little late to our show right now.
Is this what Bite Me is referring to in the chat?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know who
Bite
Bite Me. I don't know who Bite Me is, but the avatar is this person called Renfamous.
Okay.
So, whatever that's worth. Oh, Rob bought sex feedback.
Yeah, I've been telling you that for years, Rob.
I think it was a big hit. I think me with my shirt off was surprisingly a hit.
I've been saying that for years.
Who knew?
Me.
Those guys skits told me I need to start doing some more push-ups, though, motherfucker.
Oh boy. They call it like they see it.
No, they're right, of course. We're gonna have them on next week. So
those guys are tough.
For that, they're badass. They live on the land, you know.
They live on land.
They live on land.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
No, they live on the land. Maybe I mean they live off the land.
They live off the land. Subsistence living.
In a way. I don't think thoroughly, but yeah.
They're not
hunting
and killing their own food.
I don't know. I think farming or gardening, maybe gardening is more like we garden. My wife put up this whole, it's amazing. Like the whole front of the house is gardened.
Do you?
Yeah.
Bite Me, I'm the voice in your head when you're making those decisions.
I think, a good way to fill time might be Bite Me, just throwing up some lines for Anton to spit out.
Oh, really? Is that what you think would be a great idea?
Well, there's other things. I mean, we could talk about other projects. We got a Lasmat, Road Warrior Drake. That's still breaking records.
Still doing
Funding, Grayscale, hot project.
How is Joe King doing with that twisted take on the Texas livestock scene?
Yeah. Beefy Bull. Let's check that out. That's
we liked that one quite a bit.
Yeah, Joe King. Good old Joe King.
I like Joe King. Yeah. Great guest too.
Oh yeah.
Great guest. You know what I really liked was
late.
Odysseus last week. What a What a crazy kid.
He just played Beyblade the whole time, and it was on mute.
Yeah. And then he'd pop in every now and then. And he knew the bar I threw out in Mykonos.
I know that I was impressed with that.
He said, "Oh, I love that place."
Both on both you guys' part.
Yeah.
I don't even know the names of restaurants I go to in New York.
Right. Like ones you frequent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I never bother learning their names. I'm like, oh, it's that one over there, wherever the fuck.
Rob, I think it's about time that the audience, you just drink the Kool-Aid. Just drink the Kool-Aid, Rob.
What are you talking about?
Just drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's what I see.
That's what Bite Me wants me to say.
John and Carla are here. Let's let in.
All righty, let's bring in our guests. It's the husband and wife creative team of Grim Reaper 1 and 2. It's John Gallagher and Carla Tornielli. Hey. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having us, guy. How are you?
Hey, man.
Good.
Everything.
I heard you guys had a blast last night.
Oh, yeah. That's because Rob was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a little rowdy last night. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for having me.
No, of course.
Right.
I when you guys went off the air, when I was on the screen with Red Gaze and Lola, and Vinny still, I threw up.
Oh man,
too many cigars. So I'm not going to smoke a cigar today. Yeah,
you threw up?
Yeah, from like cigars.
From a cigar?
Yeah, it's like if I smoke too many of them, it makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah.
Wow, that makes sense. I don't know if I'm happy or sad that I missed it.
Yeah,
right.
Probably a low point. The conversation was over then.
Yeah, I know it was getting low, Rob. I wasn't even there. Rob was texting me all day, notes about the show, and it finally got to where I said, "Rob, I've had just about enough of you today, so I'll meet you on the show." So I'm glad you guys took over babysitting duties.
Yeah, thank you. But I think we're ready to talk about your project. You guys want to introduce yourselves to the audiences and tell us, start talking about the Grim Reaper, what the story is, and like your process going through the first book and now the second book, where you're at.
Yeah, of course. So this is John and this is Carla. We're husband and wife team behind the creative team and our newly created company called White Comics, right? So what we want to do with White Comics is just, create comic books that are basically lots of fun, apolitical, and that have lots of action and the things that made the comic book industry great back in the 90s and things like that, right? But we're indie creators, so we have that direct connection with the customers, and so that's why we do the crowdfunding business with Indiegogo, especially. So our first campaign was called the Grim Reaper 1. I've had tons of scripts ready, and we decided to go with the Grim Reaper. That was the first one we did because it felt like the one that was the most ready, and it only felt normal and natural to transition from that to the Grim Reaper 2, which was the second one that we do and the one that we are, trying to get fulfilled at the moment. Like I said, I'm a script writer and she is the artist. She does all the art, the coloring. I help out with the lettering as much as I can in the flat colors, but she's really the artist here. I'm just, I'm just here to sell you stuff.
I'm going to scroll down to take a look at some of the art too, because I think the art's terrific.
Yeah, the art is great. How long have you guys been married?
We're going on 3 years now, and we actually met
because newlyweds.
Yeah, we're expecting our first baby now.
Congratulations!
Yeah, so it's been a crazy year, that's for sure.
Yeah,
and that will be it's actually going to be a Christmas baby supposedly. So
wow,
it's due on the 25th of December. We'll see if she actually does show up on that date, But yeah, it will be like the best way to finish this year, right? It's a crazy year.
Yeah.
But we actually met through comics.
Wonderful.
All those years ago, when we first started our relationship, I was looking for a comic book artist for a project that we actually never finished, but we are going to be working on next year. And we, I was shopping around for freelance artists, and she came around, and we fell in love. I guess
that's wonderful.
I forgot the details.
That's wonderful. Carla, you're from Italy, or?
I am from Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah. Mostly, the majority of people in Uruguay are from Italian ascendance, so that's why all our surnames are Italian. But I don't speak Italian, just Spanish.
Okay. That's what Rob and I were discussing as we were talking behind your back before you guys came on the show.
Yeah, it's like she's Italian, but she speaks Spanish.
Right. But it's an Italian name.
That's what like Argentinians and Uruguayans are mostly like. The Italian people.
Right.
That you had this late wave of Italians that just moved to Argentina during World War II. But they came to Spanish-speaking countries, so they had to, adapt to, learn the language of the country. But it was just so many of them that it overwhelmed the whole. They basically pretty much took over, and they learned Spanish. And it's kind of an interesting story, because they speak this Spanish with this very unique Italian, flavor to it, and they do the thing and all that. So it's
the thing.
They do the thing. You know what I mean?
The thing.
So, yeah.
Mille grazie.
That's great.
Rob, of course, that's the picture you stopped on.
Well, I like this one.
Of course, that's the one you stopped on.
It's a bit of a low-cut bikini line.
That's actually going to be a pinup that everybody's getting for free, because we had this very, very humble goal of $2,000, and we said that of $2,000, and we said that if we hit it, everybody will get that free pinup. So if you back this book, you're gonna get that for free. Plus, you can get many other pinups like the one you scroll past right now, and you have the option to buy T-shirts and obviously 3 books for only $30, which include issue number 1, which is already imprinted with this beautiful glossy cover, this beautiful interior art, and tons of fun.
Well, you blew past that $2,000 goal. I mean, you're at $7,300.
Yes, we were so thankful.
At first, we didn't know if we were ever gonna make it to 2K, and
right.
we're so happy now.
And then we were very proud and happy to announce
they came yesterday.
Everybody
great.
We got issue 2 with all these gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me.
Hot off the presses.
How do I make them big? Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Let me just.
Oh wow, we've never done this one before, Rob.
No, I know.
Let me pick my favorite page, and then you can show them your favorite page, because I like the action more than anything. Here you have the Grim Reaper, our hero, going to hell to rescue a lost soul. And fighting his way out of there, because everybody hates the Grim Reaper in hell because he put everybody in there.
That's awesome.
And this is our. By the way, this is a perfect bound book. So it's cool. More than 40 pages. I haven't even counted the pages, but there are more than 40 pages. We do have we included something really nice, which was some of the fan art from all our fans.
This
and
is the end.
Don't show the end.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, John. Come on.
And then you can pick your favorite page and show.
I really like this concept. I like the idea of the Grim Reaper as like a hero, and I like that situation.
Yeah, we need to talk about the story.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Let me just show you that's that too. I love this page as well. This is really what we were looking for more than anything. Yeah. It's kind of blend of manga and Western style in a way, that is very unique to your style, I think.
Triple R, thanks for the shout out. Sorry, John, I'm talking.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So basically, the story is kind of quite a trip, because I was inspired by all these things, like the Neil Gaiman Sandman, and even a little bit of the Swamp Thing and things like that, and they kind of merge into this thing. And I also had a movie in mind when I was writing it, and that was Hellraiser, especially the character of Pinhead.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So I wanted to make it so I wanted to give the Grim Reaper a backstory, but I figured, if we go back all those thousands of years since since humans first, I guess anthropomorphize the figure of death, then it wouldn't be relatable. So I made it so that the Grim Reaper as a whole, like like death as a concept, as a person even, is more a job than just one steady character, you know. So it can be passed on from generation to generation. So kind of like how
Santa Claus.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So in these generations, Grim Reaper is actually the Red Baron from World War I, right? So you have this pilot, he gets shot down, he gets visited by the Grim Reaper before he dies, and then he gets offered two options. Basically, he can go to hell for his war crimes, or he can take on the mantle and become the Grim Reaper and kind of pay his dues that way, right? Serving the universe, if you will, serving God. Yep. And that's how he becomes, the Grim Reaper. Right. And the plot of the first one is it's very simple, but it gets to the point. There is this group of scientists who are trying to bring back someone from the dead, right? So somebody pays, a lot of money to be kept on ice, for his head to be kept on ice. This is called cryonics, and
right, like Walt Disney.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And they're going to reattach the head to a donor's body and bring him back to life. Now the Grim Reaper has a huge problem with this, because what humans don't know is that they're bringing back someone without a soul. And once they do that, the Grim Reaper cannot do anything about it, because the Grim Reaper can only kill things that have souls, right? So the Grim Reaper kind of goes and talks to his mentor for guidance and figures it out. But also the Grim Reaper has created a family. He has children, and the children are super rowdy. They are out of control, and they go and try to kill this monster, this Frankenstein monster, by themselves, and they get in even more trouble. And so the Grim Reaper basically has to figure out how to stop both his children and now this creature that's on the loose, and kind of figure a way to get rid of him.
How does the Grim Reaper kill something without a soul?
So yeah, that was the point of the first one. He has to go figure it out with his mentor. His mentor gives him, basically he tells him how to do it, and he goes and do it. But the cool thing about the Grim Reaper 1 is that we see, you see this is the angel of death, right? It starts out as this mysterious man in a hat, this shadow in a hat, right? That takes the soul of a boxer who dies in the ring, but also he's a benevolent character, because he talks a girl out of suicide, and he does a lot of other things. He's not just this malignant being that's there to kill you. He's also there to make sure that that people don't commit suicide and things like that. Because the girl who was gonna jump off the building, he tells her, if you jump, I'm not taking your soul. You're just gonna basically break every bone in your body and live as a vegetable for the rest of your life, but you won't die. So that's kind of like the main plot of Grim Reaper 1. It was very simple, and we love the art as well. We love the way it came out. And then we jumped.
Well, you better Carla did it.
Well, yeah. And then we did this bad boy right here, and this one is a little bit more superhero-ish, more action prone. Grim Reaper
different cover.
So Grim Reaper 2, this time we gave him a horse, finally, a fire-breathing horse. And this time he gets to show off his powers a lot more. And it's a little bit of a different plot. I mean, but still the same characters. We introduce new ones. The main plot of the story, we start off by introducing characters like cosmic beings. That's what I was talking about, like the whole Neo gaming thing and Sam and things like that. You have your gods and your demons and people who adore, who worship them from the beginning of time. But they're still alive, they're still around, and they made a pact, like these demons and gods, because they couldn't kill each other. They were always in this pointless war. So they made a pact that, they would just leave each other alone. They made a truce. And of course, they cannot die. But somehow, some being finds a way to kill an immortal, right? One of these gods. He finds a way to kill him with an ancient weapon that can kill gods. And it falls upon the responsibility. It falls upon the Grim Reaper to find out who did it and with what. So it's basically kind of a murder mystery story, where the Grim Reaper goes into this detective adventure trying to find out who's killing the gods and what is he using to kill him. And that whole adventure takes him all the way to hell, where he has to rescue the soul of the immortal being that was killed and he has to fight all these demons and all that. So a lot of fun. Reminded me a lot of Spawn. I think it was kind of an inspiration I wasn't necessarily thinking of, but when I saw it finally written and on the page, it did remind me a lot of that. So I'm very happy with the way it came out.
What do you guys want to watch the promo video?
Of course.
Pop that up. Okay.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper is back, and even hell is afraid. That's fun. Grim Reaper is back. Afraid. A war rages in the cosmos between the forces of good and evil. Death will have a big side. New enemies, new adventures. Staying Reaper. The Grim Reaper 2, now on Indiegogo.
And you're happy.
You should have voiced that over, man. You should have voiced that over.
Thank you. That's great. That artwork looks great.
That's why we got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I'm very happy.
Great.
And we still have another one coming that hasn't arrived yet because on top of everything, we made a spin-off story.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that comes out. That's going to be entirely manga. So not only is the style completely different, but the story and everything, the theme is so. I mean, it's still Grim Reaper universe, I guess you would call it, related, and with some of the characters still in it, but it's not the main focus of the story.
Yeah.
You can get.
I'm really impressed with. Sorry, I was going to say I'm really impressed with the art, with Carla's ability to draw like so many different kind of styles of characters. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, it's really interesting. I don't feel like I see that very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a little hard because of course there's always like a particular thing you enjoy drawing more than others, right? Mm-hmm. Like most artists have like their thing, right? Some artists draw monsters, some artists draw I don't know, big bulky men. I like to draw women, sexy women with big boobs, But then John gives me this script full of demons and skeletons and horses. Oh my god, the freaking horse in the cover. Oh, I think I was 2 days trying to figure out the pose of the horse. Like I was like, how can I draw a horse going crazy? Because when the horse gets scared, they are a mess. Like the tongue is sticking out and the head, and I want to capture that moment. And so something I really hate and love and hate about myself is that when, for example, John tells me, right, let's do the cover. Okay. And this idea gets stuck here. Okay. I had to draw that. I had to draw the Grim Reaper on top of his horse. And it had to be a very dynamic pose. Like, I don't know how you're going to do it. Like, that's my head. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're going to have to do it because that's what I have stuck here. And I won't be happy if I do something different. Yeah. So, it was hard to do, but I'm so happy how it came out in the end.
I'm really impressed by your collaborative relationship, like, what's that?
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, I can imagine it would be hard working with your spouse, creatively under certain circumstances, and you guys seem to manage it effortlessly, right?
Right. Well, I mean, you have to, and I think one of the greatest things is like, you always have to have that communication with your artist if you're a writer. and we are in constant communication with each other. I mean, we live in the same house, you know what I mean? So it's really easy to I wouldn't say necessarily correct each other, but to give each other ideas, creatively speaking. You know what I mean? I feel like we do that a lot. Like you give me input about the script, and I sometimes tell you things about the art.
But I think that our strongest point is not that, but to let the other one be.
That's
like
true.
I let you be with the script. I don't tell you how to do your thing, and you don't tell me how to do my thing.
No, I know, but we do give each other ideas, though.
Yeah, but they're like suggestions.
Yeah.
You know, but like we don't mess in each other's like work. So I think that's our strongest point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we feel comfortable in what we have to do.
Yeah.
So
trust.
If you can translate those lessons from the comic book, let each other do your own thing, give each other suggestions, not tell them how to do it.
Yeah.
Transfer those into your personal life, you'll be married for 50 years.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, we do that. I think we do that a lot. But it's great. It's great because I love her because, you know, she gets to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she's going to have a baby, it's going to be even better, you know. So I try to be as involved with Wildcat Comics as much as possible. We do have our YouTube channel. And, you know, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to it. We do tons of good content there, interviews and promotions to comics. And I do my rants as well as Mask John. I created this character too where I talk conspiracy theories and stuff. And it's a lot of fun. You know, it's definitely a lot of fun. So that's why
I enjoy watching Carla draw on the streams.
She does speed paintings. She has ladies' night on, which is in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that's my favorite show.
On Tuesdays. Yeah, man, it's like we have the same project going, but we do our own thing within the same project.
We have our own spaces.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's room for both, and that's the magic. The magical thing about it, you know, Wildcat Comics belongs to both of us, but at the same time, we do with it what we want. You know what I mean? Separately, but together.
Like we feel we're doing our own thing, but we're actually not.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I think you guys have raised a really good amount of money here, and I think it's because you guys have been out like grinding on your channel and getting to know people and spreading the word, and you know, doing a great job with that. So I would say like congratulations. And,
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. No, we kicked our own asses on when it comes to the Grim Reaper 1 because we definitely raised, what was it, 700% more or something like that than what we did the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
70? No,
a lot more.
No, yeah, that's why a lot more. Like the first time was like 40 backers, and now we have
180 backers. But I was thinking of the money. But yeah, and again, there's many aspects to it. We're offering books that are very affordable. You know, you can get 3 for $30, and don't forget that one of them is perfect bound, over 40 pages. They're quality books too. You know.
Let me get on the tiers. Yeah. So this first package is physical copies of all the books and the spin-offs.
Yes, sir.
Oh, real quick, sorry. Shout out to Elazmat in the chat, our buddy.
And then it looks like you guys are also doing a PDF digital copies.
Yes, PDF digital copies. Those will be the first ones to go out pretty soon. You know,
okay.
We're just waiting on a few things, and they're ready to go. And then just this physical copy right here is only $14. You know, and then remember, it's a perfect bound book, and it's our little comic baby. So get it if you haven't done so already.
That's a good value for that book, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then another digital super pack.
Mm-hmm.
This is a physical copy. Tell me about the Curse of the Medallion.
Yeah, I want to look at this. Talk about the Cyrillic cover.
Oh yeah, that cover is beautiful. It has like all the Russian aspect to it because the story happens in Bolshevik Russia, like not it was before the Soviet Union, but you know, like in that period of time where the Tsars were still around, but they were in house arrest or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the story actually centers around them, around Anastasia Romanov and them. But so basically, to give you a rundown of the story, and there is some interior art from that book. The Mad Monk of Siberia, also known as Rasputin, is fatally ill. He's going to die soon, and he's at a bar. drinking, basically, just drinking his life away. When he gets visited by the Grim Reaper. Now, the thing that they don't know, that you may not know, is that Rasputin was a known necromancer, right? He used to talk to the death. So I figure I'll make him friends, right? They had this relationship because Rasputin was in touch with death all the time. And Death comes to warn his friend that he's coming for him soon, right? He tells him, you are about to die pretty soon. I'm just giving you a heads up because you're my friend. And Rasputin invites the Grim Reaper to have a drink with him, and the Grim Reaper accepts, and then they just party it up for one last night. So what happens is Rasputin at the end challenges the Grim Reaper to an arm wrestle competition and says that if the Grim Reaper can beat him, then Rasputin will go out without a fight. We'll go with him without a fight. But if Rasputin can beat the Grim Reaper, then the Grim Reaper has to give him a second chance at life. And the Grim Reaper accepts. And they start arm wrestling. But the thing, one of the weaknesses that I made, I guess his kryptonite for the Grim Reaper is cats. And the reason why I did that is because cats are evil, and the Grim Reaper has seen the true face of the devil, and it's a cat, in this universe. So Rasputin knows this and exploits it, and he puts a black cat on the table. The Grim Reaper gets freaked out, and then Rasputin is able to beat him at the arm wrestling. So the Grim Reaper, he knows what to do. He gives him this medallion, and he says that so long as he wears it, he cannot die. Now, if you know the history, this is like a lot of fictional history going on, not only because the Red Baron is the Grim Reaper and there is Greek mythology and things like that, but I like to do that, historical fiction. But Rasputin actually, in real life, when they did his assassination attempt, they shot him, they poisoned him, they stabbed him, they burned him, they threw him in a frozen river, and this man will not die. So the way I'm explaining that is because he was wearing this medallion, this protective medallion, he couldn't die. Until they snatched him away from him and they were able to kill it. Now the medallion gets passed on to Anastasia Romanov as a gift from her uncle, who's the one that actually had Rasputin killed. And as you all know, the Romanov family were, they were all shot down. They were shot by a firing squad. But they never found the body of Anastasia nor her brother Alexander. So little known fact here is that Anastasia was actually had a secret relationship with one of the Bolsheviks that were kind of watching them. One of the guards that were watching them during house arrest. Okay. And some people speculated that she probably ran away with this guy, right? Mm-hmm. And that was like the mystery history. Although they eventually found her remains. But what I'm saying is that eventually they shot him. They put him they load him in the truck. They put the bodies in the trunk, in the truck, and they have these men drive them to, secret location to bury them. And then Anastasia wakes up because she was wearing the medallion, so she didn't die. And now this man has to help her escape the country because she is, she's still the princess. She's now the queen actually, and there's people out there to get her. So there's this little fun, romantic adventure, I guess, if you will, where the Grim Reaper was involved, and it's part of the universe. And this artifact will have a lot of impact in the story moving forward for the Grim Reaper 3 when we finally do it.
And so this is this a separate standalone comic?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is in one of the perks, right? Yep, got it right here. Yeah. The Cerebrus package.
Right. And it's actually in more than one of the perks. You can get it in different
Cerberus package. Cerberus package.
Right. And you can also get it as a PDF and and also keep in mind that if you did miss out on the Grim Reaper 1, you can also get it in this campaign. We have some extra copies, so get them before they go out. Mm-hmm.
Are those all just different ways to say hell? We've got like the Inferno package, the Hades package, the Purgatorio, that's hell, the Thanos package or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, the book has so much Greek influence and so much of that I figure I would base them on Dante's Inferno story, kind of like a descent into the different things and characters that had a meaning, that had something to do with death in ancient Greece. So that's basically where I got it from, because there's like a heavy influence of that in the books as well. Yeah,
the various levels.
Yeah.
Of hell. Right? What is Hades? What is Dante's the levels, right? Yeah. Levels of hell.
Absolutely.
All right. That's right.
That's right. That's right, Rob. Am I correct?
Great book.
My producers are telling me yes, I'm correct. Excellent.
I'm just going on the perks here, so everybody can see, the choices.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to talk about the last perk too. It's a mystery box where you're gonna get White Cat Comics merchandise, Grim Reaper merchandise, but you don't know what you're gonna get. It's basically a mystery box. You'll get the mystery box with the books and the merch, and it's a mystery.
Pandora's box.
Pandora's box. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Awesome.
That's the design of
one already claimed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great.
That's the design of the t-shirt as well. We'll have t-shirts available. So yeah, this is basically, man, like a dream come true for us.
Yeah.
T-shirt, merchandise, books, everything you can ask for. It's all here.
I think it's so cool that you guys, it's like your property. You guys are launching it, and you're like a one couple army, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm really glad.
Media Empire, White Cat Comics.
Yeah, I'm really glad we could have you on and talk about the book, because I have admired you guys for a while, and I like the way that you guys go about your business. So.
Yeah, man, thank you a lot. I really appreciate it. We've always appreciated you guys, and you guys have been with us since the beginning, so we couldn't be more grateful. These books happen because of you guys, and thank you so much for supporting it. I'm sure you won't regret it. You'll definitely love the product, and you will want more after that. That's for sure.
And then we're gonna pop up a couple of chats.
Carla, what was easier for you, doing that horse or doing the bear on the cover?
Oh, the bear was easy peasy.
The bear was easy?
Oh yeah.
I've heard that from artists before. That horses are really hard to draw. Is that something that a lot of artists think, or do you?
Yeah, I don't know. It has so many shapes.
Yeah. I think that's right.
I don't think there's something you can relate the horse to. A horse is a horse,
Yeah, that's right.
Of course.
Yeah, like Carla 2020. A horse is a horse.
You can relate it to a mule or a donkey.
Yeah, but how do you draw that? Like, I don't know. For example, if you think of a bear, it's like round shapes. Everything's round and furry, right? And if maybe like there's this little difficult to draw spot, you can like add some extra fur. And you don't know how to draw it anymore. But the horse, it's all muscles and bones and this and that, and oh my god, it's tricky.
Absolutely.
I don't know this question. What do they mean? How much longer do we have to get Grim Reaper and Cyborg USA? So Grim Reaper 2, you guys are shipping now, right?
No, we're still waiting on the spin-off to come back.
Oh, okay.
To come back but we did order a lot of extra ones, so there's time. You probably have anywhere between 2 to 3 months, I'll say.
Yeah,
for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as for Cyborg USA, I think we got like 60 packages left. So, when they're out, they're out.
But then remember, is there a way to get Anton for a butler as a stretch goal on the next?
I think so. I'll have to talk to him about it.
Maybe we can work out something.
Right.
I like voicemail messages too.
I can rent you out, Anton, I wonder.
I mean, no, I would be the stretch goal. So somebody invested in the comics. Yeah. It's not like you're not renting me out.
All right. I mean, that's kind of what it would be, right? Though. I mean, if the stretch goal is you're a butler,
but then in compensation to me for you, I need to be a character in the next issue.
Oh, okay. Well, we can make that happen. I can figure that out.
Draw me in.
Yeah. I think it's all the next issues are just going to be it's going to be what Carla likes to draw. It's just going to be women. Beautiful women.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Rob, quick point of correction too. I'll correct you. That's actually a high-rise bikini bottom, not a low-rise bikini bottom.
What did I say? Low cut, but it's a high-rise?
Those are called high-rise bikini bottoms.
Okay. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah, because they show off that whole bit of thigh there.
All right.
I'm
wiser.
Yeah.
I can
school day on the Splendopia hour.
Uh-oh. I got to put this one up too. Bite Me is going internet gay for Anton.
Love you, Bite Me. Thank you.
Very active chat today. I want to give him a
lot. Yeah. I know we were up like late last night, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. Maybe if Anton has like another question or something, and then we can wrap it up.
I mean, I think this was a great project. I think it's so awesome. We talk about it every week, the power of comic books to bring the artists, the writers, and the audience together. But the fact that it brought you together, and not only is birthing a new comic book, but it's birthing a new life. That's very special, and we love that. We love that.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, it certainly brought us together. That's why comics mean so much to us, and we'll continue to keep growing this company, hopefully, and bringing you guys joy if we can with our comics, at least for a few minutes.
We call them our baby comics.
They are.
Right.
Well, that's awesome. I hope you guys keep having success with them, and hope to keep
having babies.
Yeah, have more babies too.
Keep having babies.
All right.
All right, Anton. We're gonna take. How do we end the show?
John and Carla, thank you so much for coming out. That's Grim Reaper 2. Check it out on Indiegogo, everybody. Not me. Thank you. Thank you for spending the hour with us. What a pleasure. What a blessing that we can do this with the folks, Rob. We can spend some time with each other and with the rest of the world. Now, I'm Anton Belvedere, and on behalf of Rob Casey, we always got to ask you, who has more fun than we do? Nobody. We'll see you next time on the Splendopia Hour, live